Hello viewers, if you are new to the channel, please hit the like and subscribe button and share it with your friends. Also, click on the bell icon so that you get the latest information about the videos that are uploaded. Hello students, welcome back to the new video. In this video, we are going to continue chapter number 1, Crop Production and Management. In today's session, we will discuss about the agricultural practice irrigation. Irrigation. All living beings need water to live. Whether it is a plant or animal, all living things need water to live. So, water is important for the proper growth and development of crops also. Now, you know what are crops. Crops are the same kind of plants grown at a place in large scale. So, their proper growth and development depends upon the water provided to them. Plant roots absorb water along with minerals and fertilizers. You know that the plant roots which fixes the plant in the soil absorb water along with the minerals and the fertilizers provided to them. So, the nutrients dissolved in the water are transported to each part of the plant. So, in this way, along with the water, the nutrients also is transported to each part of the plant. Germination of seeds does not take place under dry conditions. See, you are very familiar with the conditions necessary for the germination. In that, one of the important condition is moisture, that is presence of water. Germination of seeds does not take place under the dry condition, that is in the absence of moisture. Also, water protects the crop from both frost and hot air currents. Here, frost means very cold conditions and hot air current means very hot conditions. In both these conditions, the crops are protected by the water. To maintain the moisture of the soil for the proper growth, fields have to be watered regularly. So, now we have seen that how water is important for the growth of a plant. So, to maintain the moisture of the soil for the proper growth, the fields have to be watered regularly. The supply of water to crops at regular intervals is called irrigation. Now, we have seen how water is important for a plant. So, the water is to be provided at regular intervals. So, this supply of water to crops at regular intervals is called irrigation. All plants do not require the same amount of water. For example, rice needs standing water and hence are grown in rainy season. Now, you have seen that rice is a kharif crop which needs lots of water. Actually, rice needs standing water. So, it is grown in the rainy season. But other crops are grown in the winter season also. It shows that all plants do not require the same amount of water. Few crops that are grown in the winter season are ragi, jowar and bajra because they need less water and thus are grown in the winter season. Different crops need water at different times of their growth. See, different plants need different amount of water and also at different time of their growth. For example, some need it before ploughing while some at the flowering stage. Farmers must know when to water and how much to water to avoid wastage of water and improve productivity. So, it depends upon the farmer to decide, to know and decide how much water to give and when to give. That is, this awareness helps to avoid the wastage of water and improve the productivity. During summers, plants require more water as the rate of transpiration and evaporation of water from the soil is very high. It is found that during summer season, the plants require more water. That means we have to irrigate the plants very often in the summer season. Do you know why? Because during summer, the transpiration and evaporation of water from the soil is very high. Transpiration means the loss of water through the stomata in the leaves. Therefore, evaporation of water from the soil, that is also high, and transpiration is also high. So, we have to give or irrigate the plants more frequently during summer season. Now we will discuss about the sources of irrigation. Rainwater is the main source of water for all water bodies. You know very well that rain is the main source of water to fill in all water bodies. Distribution of rainfall is uneven and uncertain, which may cause flood or drought. But the distribution of rainfall is not equal everywhere. It is quite uneven, uncertain, and it can cause flood or sometimes drought. Therefore, we have to develop proper methods to irrigate the field to avoid this problem. So, without depending only on the rainfall, we have to develop the proper methods so that the plants can get the water at the proper timing. The main sources of water for irrigation are wells, tube wells, ponds, lakes, rivers, dams and canals. Here you can see that some of the sources are natural sources, but some are the man-made, that is dams and canals are the man-made sources of water where we can collect and store the water for the future use. Now we will discuss about the various irrigation methods. First of all, we will see what are the traditional methods of irrigation. Methods such as chain pump, moat, that is pulley system, rahat, water wheel, and dekli have been using in India traditionally to irrigate crops. See children, here we have just mentioned the methods of traditional irrigation, but we are not going to study in very detail about it. So, which are the traditional methods of irrigation? Chain pump, moat, which is also called as pulley system, rahat, that is water wheel, and dekli. But these methods often leads to wastage of water. See, these traditional methods have got one drawback. What is that? All these methods cause wastage of water and also needs lots of labor either by human beings or by animal. Here are the pictures of various traditional methods of irrigation. Now we will discuss about the modern methods of irrigation. Modern methods of irrigation help us to use water economically. You all know that water is a very important natural resource. It is used by all living things for their existence. So it is very important to use the water economically, that is wisely, without wasting it much. So the main methods of modern irrigation are sprinkler system and drip irrigation system. So which are the two modern methods of irrigation? Sprinkler system and drip irrigation system. Let us see about them one by one. Sprinkler system. This system is more useful on uneven dry lands where there is insufficient water supply. So for which type of land this sprinkler system is more useful? When there is insufficient water supply and also the land is uneven. In such areas, sprinkler system can be useful. In this system, a main pipe is linked to a network of smaller pipes crisscrossing each other with a rotating nozzle on their tops. So, sprinkler system consists of a main pipe and a network of smaller pipes which are connected in the crisscross manner, and also they have a rotating nozzle on their tops. In this system, water flows into the main pipe and then into the smaller pipes with the help of a pump. Thus, plants get a continuous supply of water for a long time. It is useful for lawns, coffee plantation and several other crops. So, in the sprinkler system, the water flows into the main pipe and then into the smaller pipes with the help of a pump. Therefore, the plants get a continuous supply of water for a long time. And for which type of plants this system is more useful? For lawns, coffee plantation and several other crops. You must have seen this sprinkler system in our school campus also. Now we will discuss about drip irrigation system, which is also called as drip system. In this method, water is allowed to fall drop by drop only at the roots of the plants. So it is called drip irrigation system. So as the name indicates, here the water is allowed to fall drop by drop, and that too only at the roots of the plants. Therefore it got the name the drip irrigation. It is the best technique to water fruit plants and vegetables. So, drip irrigation system is well suited for the fruit plants and vegetables. And this method is excellent for regions with severe scarcity of water. And drip irrigation system is best suitable for the areas or the regions with very severe scarcity of water, very shortage of water. Do you know why? Because their water is very less. So even drop of water is very important. In the drip irrigation system, water is allowed to fall only drop by drop at the roots of the plants. Therefore, not a single drop of water is getting wasted. Therefore, it is very suitable for the regions with severe scarcity of water. So students, I hope you have understood the topics very well. But still, if you have any doubt, you can write in the comment section. I will surely try to solve it as early as possible. Here are some review questions. Please solve it in your notebook. Thank you.